Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I recently fell down the rabbit hole of watching bullet journal videos, and I decided that I wanted to start one to start tracking both my personal life organization as well as my reading. And so this is my first attempt at a spread for the month of May. Unfortunately, I think my spread is extremely ugly, and I'm really not happy with it, but I don't like wasting footage, and it took me a really long time to do this, so I thought that I would still share it with you guys. So first I went in and I counted the boxes that there were up and down on the spread, if that makes any sense. I think I got the numbers right. I'm not really good at counting, so it's very possible that I didn't. And so then I made a box in the middle so that I could put the word May in it. And then I decided to go for this look with having like flowers around the edges because, you know, like the saying like April showers bring May flowers. That's kind of what I was going for. So I decided to draw my flowers first in pencil because your girl isn't that good at drawing, and I felt like just using the felt tip liner first would have been a really bad choice. So here I'm just going over all of the pencil flowers with the fine liner, and basically I just kind of went over everything, kind of added little embellishments and maybe sometimes like changed my mind on details that I wanted on the flowers. Also, I'm realizing while watching this footage back that being left-handed is not conducive to filming bullet journal videos because I'm definitely covering the drawings for most of these clips. So please bear with me. Next time I film, I'll definitely try to maybe pause more often between what I'm doing so you can like see beneath my hand. I am not ambidextrous, so I can't do it with my right hand, so I'm sorry everyone that I'm left-handed and I'm weird. But yeah, so I kind of actually like the way it was looking while I was doing it just in the black with the fine liner, and I really wish I hadn't ended up coloring it in. Maybe next time I'll go for more of a minimal look. Then I went in with a brush tip pen. Also, don't mind me if I get any of the terms of these pens wrong. I just followed a bullet journaler on YouTube and bought the things that she told me to buy, and I don't really know what everything is called. But anyway, I used this pen to try and do the word May. I do not really know how to do calligraphy, so as you can see here, I was attempting to do something, and I kind of forgot all the rules regarding calligraphy, and so I was trying to do like a thick edge, but then I just basically failed, and then I just tried to color and make the letters thicker all around, and it just didn't come out very cute. And I didn't center the word May because I didn't really account for the fact that there's only 3 letters and I put it too far to the left, so I kind of honestly hate the way it looks, but that's fine. I ended up just drawing a random flower on the right to fill that blank space. It looks awful. I'm sorry. I'm just going to keep roasting myself while I do this voiceover because I really am not impressed with my work. Although I am surprised that the flowers with just the black actually look like they do. I think they actually look kind of nice. And then I decided to go ahead on the left side of the page and try to do a quote, but like I said, I cannot do calligraphy for my life, so I tried to do this sort of like brushy cursive effect, but it just doesn't look good. And so then I tried to go behind it and add in flowers to kind of make it like this like messy arty look. Arty's probably not a word. Artsy, is that the right word? Whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna be so terrible at these voiceovers every time I do these videos. Yeah, so I was just like trying a lot of things here and it's not great. Like I said, as we get into the color, you're gonna just see this whole spread just evolve so much. Next, I erased the pencil marks underneath the fine liner and got very annoyed at how many eraser shavings were getting on my desk. If anyone has any suggestions on how to avoid that, although I don't really know how you'd avoid that, I am open to them because it was hella annoying. And then I started filling in the different shades of pink in the flowers, and it kind of all went downhill from there. I think it might have looked better if I'd added in some green on the stems and on the leaves instead of trying to stick to this one pink hue thing. Definitely not my best work, but that's okay. You guys saw what it looked like before, and that was definitely better, so there's that. After a while, I was pretty much just fed up with this title spread, so I decided to skip into the next section, which I wanted to be my calendar for planning my videos during the month of May. And so basically, I was counting the boxes and trying to figure out how this calendar would be able to fit on the page. And unfortunately, I made some miscalculations with the boxes, and that ended up fucking up this whole spread. And so I ended up having to tape it together so I could just start over because I didn't have any whiteout or anything, and I also just was really fed up. So I went ahead and I taped it together, and then I started over on this calendar. After I got my measurements fairly decent, I went in and made some very sloppy lines. This exercise definitely taught me that I need to get a longer ruler. 6 inches definitely is not doing it for me.
That's what she said. Or he said.
I wrote out the days of the week in the top row, and then I put pink dots in the top left-hand corner as a place to put the date numbers. I saw someone do that in a bullet journal video, and I thought that was a cute idea. I don't think mine came out very neatly, but c'est la vie. After that, I used sticky note flags as a way to mark my video plans for the month. My video plans tend to change often, mostly because I'm pretty inconsistent, but that's a topic for another day. And the thought of writing my video plans down when they might change annoyed me, so I decided to use sticky notes as a way to easily move them. The neon green means I will film those videos that day, and the blue means I should post them that day. I don't love the size of these flag post-it notes, so I'm actually going to look into getting potentially smaller ones because I felt like they were kind of bulky. And so yeah, this page definitely is going to need some fixing for next month. I definitely want to make it neater, but this is what I have so far, and I'm fairly happy with it as far as like the mechanics and logistics of how it's working, but obviously I don't think it looks very nice. After that, I did my habit tracker page. I lost a lot of steam when I got to this, so you'll see that my execution was pretty sloppy. Instead of doing one big chart like many people opt to do in their journals, I did 6 individual trackers. I started with my pole class tracker. By the way, I started taking pole lessons about 6 weeks ago, and that's another topic for another day. As I made this tracker, I kind of messed up the 31 day boxes, but I kept persevering because I didn't want to start over. The boxes represent each day of the month, and I fill them in as I complete each habit. I think this will be a good way to see how often I'm doing these things. This is a pretty common tracker for people's bullet journals. Then I did 5 more trackers: water, physically reading, because obviously I listen to so many audiobooks, I don't really need to track that, keeping my room clean, posting on YouTube, and not spending any money, which is something that I'm pretty bad at. After I finished my habit trackers, I was pretty much fed up with these spreads, so I decided to make my last page just books read, which would just be the books that I read in the month of May, and I'll fill that in with my star ratings as I go through the month. I definitely want to try maybe doing TBR pages and other reading type pages in the future. So this was definitely a learning experience. I hope that I'm being like hashtag relatable and showing you someone who isn't exactly naturally good at doodling or doing their bullet journal. And maybe this will encourage you to start your own, because you'll be like, man, Sarah's looked awful and I could do that too. I could probably do better, because honestly, you probably could do better. Here you'll see that I was having a breakdown because I hated my spreads so much and I just wanted to give up. But now that it's done, I don't think it looks as terrible as I thought it did, and it is functional, so I'm definitely going to use it this month. Let me know down below your thoughts on these videos if you want me to do more of them. I love watching bullet journal videos, especially for people who incorporate their reading into them. Let me know if you have any suggestions for maybe future things that I can try, different trackers that I can do. What do you do in your bullet journal? Are you looking forward to get into bullet journaling? Whatever you want to talk about with me down below. And if you want to maybe reassure me that this isn't that bad, I would also accept that as something you could do. But anyway, yeah, thank you all so much for watching. You're all beautiful. Have a nice day.
Time passes by, I feel so low. Searching for bases, covering up the hole. I'll fight for your love, I'll fight.